Check.
Check, 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 check.
That's no, I'm still not hearing shit. Fuck. Can you hear me?
No.
Oh wait, there. I can't hear myself. Why is that? Why can I not hear anything at all? What the hell?
Oh, there we go. Oh, woo. Everything's been turned up.
That's weird. All right. Check. All right. Oh, that's maybe too loud. Maybe I should just stand back here. And whatnot. Oh, yes. All right. Stop. All right. Stop messing with him. Get distracted. All right. Ready, or are you still typing?
No, I'm just taking notes on something. Let's turn me down a tiny bit. There we go. All right, I'm good to go now.
Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Hentai to Listen. It is first week of July.
First week of July, second week of July. Who knows anymore? I don't fucking know. Do you know?
know.
Who cares? Who gives a
No.
shit?
Right. Well, yeah, I'm giving a shit because I can't keep up, especially when it's a holiday on a Monday and it throws the garbage day back a day, and it's funny.
Oh, I hate that so much.
And everybody, it seems like everybody in my neighborhood always forgets that because it's people put their garbage out on a Thursday.
Your neighborhood does that too?
Thursday, and because I see that, I completely forgot it's a holiday, and it's like the garbage is sitting out there for 2 days. It's like, ah, shit, that's right, Monday was a holiday. Let me wheel this back in my garage because apparently my new neighbor 2 doors over like to throw trash in my garbage when it's overflowing.
What?
Although I looked it up, it's not illegal, but it
Yeah.
is kind of annoying. So I tend to wheel my garbage out day of now.
Yeah, we've started doing that too because our neighbors we found they're like kids love to like fuck around with people's like garbage and shit. They don't like push it over or anything. They just like go around and they'll flip all the lids open. So if it's like
What 12?
yeah.
Okay.
So if it's like raining or something, it's just disgusting by the time I have to like bring it back in. So, yeah.
Wait, was this before or after they come through? The garbage guys.
It's like before. So like the garbage just sits there and like the recycling too just getting disgustingly wet. And then like 9 times out of 10 because it got disgustingly wet, it doesn't properly like get disposed of. So it's just like, well, and now I have to clean up this fucking mess. So yeah. Fuck neighbors that fuck with your trash. Fuck them. They're the worst.
So exciting news. I got a new job. I quit UPS who was sometimes you ever have a feeling when you quit a job and you want to go back to see how much they're suffering without you?
No, I mean sometimes I have, but
at UPS I wish I could like a couple days later see how much they're suffering that I left. But anyway, because I got a new job, I have now a definitive can go to either the Ohio GalaxyCon or Ichi Expo. I think I'm gonna go to Ohio, Columbus.
Yeah,
because I really don't see Ichi Expo getting anybody higher than Terror Strong.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it'd be a great place to debut the Hentai Pope, Iago Pope.
Yeah, I'd be down with that, but
yeah,
that'd be a great place.
But still. But anyway, this week, Lambert, Harem of the Lamberts premiered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it did, boy.
God, I hate Crunchyroll so much.
Yeah, we all hate Crunchyroll.
I know. But because I want to know if it was actually intentionally bleeped out during the conversation during the slave master's house, or was it just Crunchyroll bleeping it out? Because I haven't gone on and looked.
I'm pretty sure. I think it was Crunchyroll, but I haven't heard talks of the community of it airing other places to like be uncensored and shit. Mm-hmm. So my guess is it's little column A, little column B, of like,
because I know they blocked out like put in the close-ups on the girls rubbing their tits and everything like that. That was pretty obvious. That was Crunchyroll. But as far as the conversations they had, I don't know if that was intentional or...
Japan's also, like, super weird when it comes to, like, censoring conversations, too.
Yeah.
Where I'm, like, at the beginning of the episode, they'll, like, censor penis or something like that. And then, like, later they're like, a dick is fine. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah. So...
It's so strange. It is genuinely so strange.
So hopefully they'll have the uncensored version on H-Anime or HTV, like they did with Reviewers and Redo. That would be amazing. Also, I'm 50 chapters in, manga version, so I'm not reading the light novel.
Oh, what am I at? Am I caught up? I think
maybe 50 plus. I know I give it a good leeway before I start, binge reading.
Yeah.
And during the opening, I see...
I'm at chapter 60, okay.
I see 3 more girls in there that I'm like, I just got the dwarf. Now you're adding a cat girl, elf, and I don't even know what the redhead
Yeah,
is.
I'm fairly confident that's from where the light novel is, because, the manga is, like, he's just getting... like super friendly with the dwarf.
Yeah,
like
it's like,
obviously, like, stuff has happened, but like it's at the point where she's comfortable with everything. So
yeah, but even
still, the other people in that intro are a twinkle in the MC's eye right now.
Right, it's like, okay, he hasn't even mentioned why he needs a healer, or I don't know what the cat girl is, and is
I don't know. I don't read the light novel,
so it's like, man. So I'm assuming the anime is going to move super fast.
Yeah, which I'm not looking forward to, because the manga is a slow burn. They're like, oh, why are we doing this? Oh, let me explain in great detail. And I'm like, okay, this world building's like cool, and like it's interesting, like how his magic works and how like the party system works and everything like that. But like, I'm also getting a lesson in like basic economics at the same time. It's like, I don't stop.
Yeah.
This isn't Spice and Wolf.
Yeah, I don't know why. I usually don't hate isekai's that much, but his, I guess, Kit sucks. Like, it's especially for the mana portion. How he
in thinking about it, it can be used really interestingly. issues that he's a moron. So, I mean, which makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
If you give someone a godlike ability, like where you can quite literally change reality to a certain point, but they're not intelligent, and you make that process hard, yeah, obviously it's, you know.
Well, I mean, when I say his kit's horrible, it's like he's in, like they go, you know, through the labyrinth, blah, 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 go back home. He uses magic like crazy.
Yeah.
And then he has to go back in the labyrinth just to replenish his mana.
Yeah.
That's the worst kit ever.
You gotta control your character somehow, and that's how.
Honestly, I think it's just it's just waste. But
I'm not disagreeing, but you know that the author was like, I give him godlike powers, but unfortunately he's kind of dumb, which I thought was just enough by itself. But nope, gotta put more restrictions on him.
But in last time we were on the podcast, we talked at the end of the episode. We talked about isekai'd. Would we not get isekai'd if we had a choice? So now we're gonna divulge further in this discussion because why not? Why not? So we're gonna have a pros and cons.
Okay.
Of such.
Okay.
Busted out the whiteboard. Sorry for those.
Sorry for everyone watching our video. Oh wait.
Yeah. Honestly, this so we don't, you know.
Yeah, so we don't forget. I don't have to type because my keyboard, despite being a laptop, sounds like that without even me exaggerating the typing. So
I need a new whiteboard, honestly. But
there's got to be a way to like hyper clean that, right?
I don't know. I
bought
cleaner, but it doesn't.
Like a Mr. Clean magic eraser sponge. Oh no, that probably like really. I don't know. Anyone who knows how to deep clean a whiteboard, let us know. I know we have access to the internet, but why do that?
Yeah. Just, all right. But so, like last time, I was pretty much against being isekai'd because I like modern shit.
Yeah.
Matt will jump at.
Oh yeah, I would jump in front of a bus today
without hesitation.
If God approached me and was like, "Yo, I need you to help this world with like magic and shit, and you'll leave everything behind," I'll be like, "I bet," and I'll jump in front of that bus, and he'll be like, "Wait, I haven't explained anything." I'm like, "Don't worry, dog. I got this. I'll figure it out."
So, I mean, I do see some pros.
Yeah, like. There. Yeah, obviously, I understand the side of like, oh, I don't want to get fucking isekai. Like, I'm used to modern conveniences and shit like that. So,
but at the same time, I don't know who you want to go first. Or
yeah, I'll start with the pro. I'm not a whipped little bitch, so mad bitches would be the first pro. Harem, absolutely.
Okay, yeah. I mean, is that supposed to be switch, right?
No, it's the first one.
Okay. Like that.
I was like, no, that's 100% right, and then you like said that, and I was like, oh god, maybe that is wrong. No,
pro.
Yeah, you get a
harem
every time. Just mad bitches.
However,
mad bitches.
However, do you really get it? I mean,
even when I don't, I'm still wildly successful by being the greatest wizard in the land and can get
but that's more
anything I want.
Yeah, but that's more not a red herring. What's the word? Plot device. That's more plot armor, really. Because, I mean, really think about it. No matter what isekai'd is, either it's comedy or not, you're always going to get it, and it's plot armor. So
yeah, but okay. So I'm approaching this question from like a realistic standpoint, right? You know, the tropes happen, but you approach it as if you were you and you're not confined to the tropes of the isekai genre. That's how I'm approaching this question.
Okay, so you honestly believe you could get mad bitches?
Yes, mad bitches, 100%.
Just you,
just me,
just the Matt I know.
The Matt you know could get mad bitches in an isekai world, 100%.
I don't believe you, but
oh no, oh no.
Well, okay. When you say mad bitches, how many are you talking?
I think I'm not talking about like 20. Like 3.
I don't know.
I barely like having 1. So like 3 is the limit, you know? 3 is the limit.
Okay. Now, are we talking now? Okay, so when you say, are we talking slaves or actually just?
No, they're like my equals, and we're just like in relationships and like all fuck each other. Like that's what we're doing.
So not slaves. Okay.
No, we're not. I'm not talking about the dungeon harem one. No.
All right.
I mean, one might be a slave. I don't fucking know what my life's going to be like in the isekai world.
Yeah,
I can't fucking tell you. Maybe one's a slave. Maybe one's the owner. I don't fucking know. Maybe I'm the slave. I don't know. What fetishes will awaken in me when technology doesn't have its icy grip on my soul?
Okay. So for me, I think for Khan, because it's not really talked about. It just I'm gonna say indoor plumbing.
Yeah. So like that's such a strange one because like I fully agree with you. It is a con, but like when you have magic, does it matter?
Yeah, it does.
Because you just go in the outhouse and then you zap away the shit and then you're done.
But where does the shit go?
I don't fucking know. I magicked it away, Jarrett. It is some other dimension's problem at that point.
I don't care how much money you're making. Where does... Great movie, by the way.
Great movie.
If you haven't seen Envy.
That's such a random quote to perform, too. I love it.
But no, I mean, seriously. I know that, like I said earlier, they don't really touch upon it. But indoor plumbing. I know... Just like I recently, Labyrinth of Labyrinth. I always switch them around. They went old school right before they do the tub thing. It's like they got a basin.
Yep.
Basin.
Yeah.
And then just scrub up. I'm like, I'm coming from 21st century guy, and I'm like,
I don't know. Maybe I like baths too much, where I'm like down with that style of getting clean. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
And like shower or baths or whatever and like that. I'm like, unless there's hot springs right fucking next door, that's something different.
Yeah, that's different.
But still.
So then, are we gonna treat this like, so I'm a slime, or reincarnated as a slime, where I can invent showers? Am I allowed to do that within the magic system of the world? I don't know. I feel like this entire discussion predicates on we have to decide what kind of world we're going into, what our powers are.
True.
Truly get the pro and con list. But
yeah, I mean, I think then you're nitpicking.
Yeah, then you're just nitpicking. But
I think just
what is a pro and con list if not nitpicking the list?
But I think this is just a generalization of you're going to another world, unknown world.
Yeah.
That, I think majority of isekais have magic in it, so
yeah.
So there is magic going into it, but other than that,
yeah. Con that we can do is you have to like relearn like culture over again.
Okay.
Because like, what if you just like walk up to someone on the street and you're like, "Hey, fella," and they're like, "Oh shit." And you just get like hauled off by the guards because you just like broke a taboo. Like,
yeah,
like you don't fucking know.
Yeah, that would suck. So I mean, yeah, magic. I mean, yeah,
magic, without a doubt, magic, yeah. And that's such a vague, out there concept that could mean anything.
Yeah.
So you get magic. You get to live out your not high school, or I guess some people's high school's fantasies, middle school fantasies or elementary school fantasies of having magic and being Goku and all that shit. So it's a fun world.
Yeah. Con. Let's see. You might not be rich. It's like just because you go to a guild, you're super powered. You might not even be super powered.
That's true. You could just be a basic ass bitch.
Yeah, I mean, it might take you 5 years before you even go up a level in guild status. So, won't be rich.
No guarantee of wealth.
I don't even know how to spell here. So fuck that. So yeah, you're more pro, so
What other fun shit is there?
um
I mean, you know, culture could also go on both ends. You know, you learn about a whole new world and shit like that. So that's kind of hard to
yeah, but you could do that
say
here.
for sure as a con.
You
I know
do
you can do that here,
here.
but you know. What other fun stuff? What are fun cons? Like ones that you wouldn't think of, or that the animes just kind of gloss over.
You know, plumbing, culture.
Can't say you wouldn't know anyone because a lot of isekais have tackled that. You're just kind of a dude that shows up and everyone's like, "The fuck are you from?" And they're like, "Oh, you know, somewhere." And they're like, "Oh, okay, sure."
Yeah.
I love that. That's genuinely hilarious. But
I forgot which one it was where you have a last name, you're considered a noble. I forgot which one was that. I'm reading.
oh shit.
Damn, yeah, I can. I would say again, sex slaves, but that kind of falls under the harem.
Mm-hmm.
I would say pro, you might be the hero.
I feel like that could be a con too.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll just. I feel like we could just put responsibilities under both. Honestly, I just want to open a potion shop and live my life, man. That's what I want to do. No potions, I'll make potions. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I figured there would be a lot more. But
I figured there'd be a lot, but like, you have to, yeah.
As a generalization,
Yeah, it's hard without being given a specific
world
set of rules and world to go by.
Because I mean, if we go through every series, that might be easier.
Oh God, that'd take all fucking day.
Yeah.
World of Konosuba. You might run into Kazuma, and that would just be the worst.
I don't know, man.
I mean, I'd party with them.
Yeah,
but
I would, but
I'd party with them. Would I adventure with them / be their friends? Probably not. They're all kind of shit people.
Yeah, I don't know. This is something.
Yeah, hair, magic, which just covers so fucking much. Being the hero, indoor plumbing, new culture, no guarantee of riches or being rich, and also you're the hero.
Yeah. Oh,
I love what I love.
Khan, you might get summoned there right in the middle of a fucking war.
Yeah.
You know, hero.
Yeah, you're the hero that has to end the war.
Hero or not.
Yeah, hero or not. Yeah.
You get stuck in.
There's a Demon King invasion. Oh well.
Shit.
Fuck me, I guess.
Shit. Oh, you're super strong. You could go, take out the Demon King. Well, if it's a woman and she's hot, I'm thinking
I got it, guys. Don't worry. We can solve this admirably.
Yeah, I hate to be group summoned and all of a sudden you guys are the heroes. You got to take out the...
Oh God! If I have to get someone with other fucking people and they're like, "You're all the heroes," and I'll just be like, "Yo, deuces." I'm gonna go. If y'all need me, I'm gonna open a potion shop somewhere.
It's like
peace.
Fuck.
I don't want to deal with other fucking people who are retarded
I
as shit.
hate to do it, and then all of a sudden we get to a general or one of the top 4 people. It's and then somebody's hot. It's hey.
Oh God, what was on last season, 2 seasons ago? It's the one where the like evil corporation is like sending out villains to like conquer worlds because they've already like conquered Earth. Can't remember it. But
yeah, I'm watching that.
Yeah, so funny. It's genuinely hilarious.
Is that the one where he's like taking pictures of the and he sends it back?
He like beat the demon. He like beat one of the generals and she's like, "What are you gonna do to me? Just kill me, end my life." He's like, "Oh, I have something in mind." And he just has her pose for sexy photos. And she's like, "This is the worst. I wish you would just kill me." And he's like, "Nope, I'm sending these all back."
Damn, yeah, what? I can't think of the name.
I can't remember. It's so funny. The light novel is even better. I have it on my fucking shelf. I just can't think of...
like, that's the one with, he has, like...
he has, like, the android lolly partner, and, like, the head of the organization really likes him, even though he's the worst.
Okay, yeah, so, yeah, I was watching.
Yeah, I just can't fucking think of the name! I'm so mad!
It's like something combatants or something.
Combatants will be dispatched. That's it. Fuck my life. That took so long to get to. If you haven't read it or watched it, highly recommend it. It is a hilarious twist on watching the bad guy kind of do good because he's just really incompetent and doesn't really do his job well.
So anyway, yeah.
Yeah, you could fight a war. But, you know, if you're overpowered as shit, it's like, who gives a fuck? Yeah, but then if, you know, the Demon King's generals, one's like a succubus and is super fucking hot, I'm gonna be like...
Can you have my kids?
I'm gonna...
have my kids?
I'm gonna...
I think so. I'm like, well, fuck you guys.
Alright, I'm a bail on this one. Peace.
Yeah.
Good luck. I'll leave you my equipment. You guys can use that. But, like, I'm a bail.
Yeah. And it'll suck if she's, like... supreme leader and like
and if she's like the demon queen and we can't resolve this admirably,
switching sides.
Sorry guys,
I'm turning heel.
Yeah, if she's gonna be like, yo, you could just be by my side forever and like marry me and like shit, and I'll be like, and you're not gonna attack people. If she's like, no, I'm still gonna attack people, I'm just gonna be like, do you have a coin? Just gonna flip that.
Yeah. So yeah, I think I think that's it, honestly.
Yeah, without as like a generalization, it's really hard.
Yeah.
So, do the pros outweigh the cons? I'll let everyone else decide.
I forgot. No tech on the.
No technology. Oh yeah, as a generalization, yeah, technology's not allowed unless you're in another world with my smartphone. In which case,
oh, I can't wait for season 2.
You know, low key, I know people hate that fucking show. I loved it. Yeah. I thought it was so fun with how he used his phone and like the magic system of the world, and the party he was with was really fun, and he wasn't as boring as everyone said he was. So I am very hyped for season 2. I think that's such a fun show and such a fun setting too. Also, my favorite way of anyone getting isekai'd. He's like, "Yo, my bad, dude. I dropped a lightning bolt and he got hit. Yeah. To make it up to you, I'll send it to you word with magic, and you'll be super great. Like, do you want anything?" He's like, "Yeah, can I take my phone?" He's like, "All right, sure."
Unlimited.
Yeah, unlimited charge with your magic. I'll give you like data and shit. So if you want to use it, you can. And like
read only format.
Yeah, read only format. Unfortunately, but like you can watch like videos and shit. And he's like, "I'll even throw in some other goodies that you can just discover." And he's like, "What's that mean?" He's like, "All right, bye."
Yeah.
So yeah, in another world of smartphone, I think it's way too much hate. I think it is so much fun.
Yeah. So yeah, no tech. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean,
yeah, it's hard. I mean, you could also say like I mean, what is technology define? I mean, modern convenience technologies I get, but like it's hard to say there'd be no technology at all. But
electronic.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Because
unless you go to the world of Night and Magic, in which case there's mechs, but also magic, which doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Both.
Yeah, both. They're like, we couldn't decide, so we chose both.
Yeah, we see that a lot. So yeah, so far, without divulging into individual series, cons pretty much have it by general.
In general, depending on how much you weigh the cons and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
He's eating hair again. He's He's so lucky. He's cute. Roxas, you're hard to love, but you're harder to hate.
So yeah. Next topic we have is top 10 anime that people haven't read. Although it's a little the way the writer.
Yeah, it was kind of confusing what this article was getting at because it's a little strange with the translation.
Yeah, so I'm assuming he questioned people that. God damn it! I fucking hate this. God damn it.
So what I'm gathering from the article, because
There
it refuses to translate the page when I go to like more information, is he's like, "Oh, these really famous animes. Have you read the source material, or have you not read the source material?" So, and this particular list is the people that have never read the popular anime source material. So
yeah. So number 10, One Piece.
I was so surprised at that being number 10. I actually didn't even know it was gonna make it into the top 10 because of the sales numbers of this fucking series. Very surprised about that.
Yeah, that is very surprising.
Like I knew it was probably gonna be on the list somewhere. Not top 10 though.
Really?
Yeah, that's so interesting to me.
Huh. Number 9, Crayon
Shin-chan. Fuck Shin-chan. I hate it.
Sure. I mean, I
didn't even know it. I honestly didn't know. I thought it was an original animation that just lasted for a long time. I didn't know it had a source material.
Oh.
So
I never watched it, so.
Yeah. I had my issues with Shin-chan.
Number 8, Sailor Moon.
That didn't surprise me.
Really?
Yeah, it didn't surprise me that much.
Number 7, Nintama Runtaro.
No, it rings a bell. I couldn't tell you what it's about off the top of my head.
I know it's about ninjas back in the day.
Okay.
I know what's it about.
Looks very 90s, 80s, 90s, so.
Yeah. Number 6, Detective Conan.
Also very surprised that this is this high on the list.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I could totally see it.
Again, Detective Conan, the show, gets watched quite a bit, and then the sales numbers for the manga and the publishing of it still very high to this day. So, yeah, unless that's just all the lifetime fans that refuse to give up the go.
Number 4, Galaxy Express 999.
Never heard of it, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, never heard of Galaxy Express 999.
Number 4, Lupin the Third.
This one doesn't surprise me, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because aren't they more... It's more movie, right?
Yeah, Lupin the Third is very show movie-based. And from what I understood, the show/movies are not a vast improvement over the source material, but the fans of both tend to say that the animation side of it is better. Why that is in particular, I don't know. I haven't read Lupin the Third, so it's never interested me.
No, it hasn't.
That's not me saying it's bad. It's just like I look at the synopsis and I'm like, oh, I see what people would watch this, and then I go about my day and watch my isekai trash.
Number 3, Saze.
Yeah, Saze. Again, another one I have never heard. It looks kind of cute. Looks kind of just like a family cartoon type deal.
Yeah, so. This looks like a 70s.
Yeah, mid 80s type.
What's Olive Oil? She looks like fucking olive oil.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're right. That's hilarious.
Number 2, Demon Slayer. Not surprising.
Yeah, that took the world by storm in the form of animation. From someone could correct this, or I might be misremembering. The sales were high, then they went low, then the animation happened. Sales spiked again, and then they just like fell, and then are like pretty plateaued. But the animation still is, setting record numbers. What are you doing, Roxas? You have 2 balls that you can grab. That's not hiding behind something.
It's not even hiding. He can go around.
I know he can. And now he's like, I don't want a ball. I want this thing.
It's hilarious. I'm watching him try to get this ball without tipping my tripod over.
He's being a good boy. He's trying not to interrupt anything.
And I'm looking at him like, dude, you do realize he can go around.
So he chose the head size hole, or the just smaller than his head size hole, or he could have went 3 inches to the left and put his head through a body size hole and got the ball.
Yeah.
And he's just like, all right, I don't want that one. He turns around, he sees another one on the floor, and he's like, oh God, I can't let them know I wanted a ball. Now I'll just look foolish. So then he went over to his bed and got another little toy that he was playing with. Yeah, we're talking about you. Yeah, we are. Don't give me that look. Are you mad that we're talking to our dozens of viewers about you? Maybe you should use your brain a little more.
Okay.
God, you're so cute, and I love you, and I want to steal you sometimes, but you have too much hair.
And number 1, Dragon Ball.
I don't know if I'm surprised or not surprised by Dragon Ball being number 1.
Now, I wonder if they mean the entirety of the series or just Dragon Ball in itself.
So,
if it's in itself, then I definitely see it.
So from what I understand, when it comes to Japan, like Dragon Ball Z is still just Dragon Ball in terms of like selling and publishing stuff. I think they still just do Dragon Ball there. So in using that knowledge, I guess it wouldn't surprise me in some ways. But yeah, it would just depend on.
See, if this was America, this list would be completely different.
Oh
obviously.
God, this list would be 100% different.
I think Dragon Ball would still be at the.
I think
top.
Dragon Ball would still be at the top. I don't think One Piece would be in the top 10. I think Demon Slayer would still be up there. I think My Hero would be in the top 3 because I think just a lot of people just watch that.
No, I think Attack on Titan would be top 3, man. Nobody fucking reads Attack on Titan.
Ooh, that's fair. So what do you think America's top 3 would be? I think Dragon Ball still would be number 1. Not to diss the Dragon Ball manga, I think it's good. It's just a lot of Americans haven't read it. They just watched it on Toonami in their adult life.
I was pretty much.
So I think Dragon Ball would be number 1.
Because now that I think about it, I don't think I ever read Z. Because
through like the Z stuff.
Z came first for some odd reason, and then Ball.
Yeah, we got it weird here. So the way it happened, for anyone who's little history lesson for you, I can't remember what was back in the day that aired. We got Dragon Ball. Did not do super well. It did well enough that, they ordered, like Sailor Moon and other shows to air here. And then that died off relatively quick. Or they had reruns and stuff, but it wasn't anywhere in their like primetime slots, even for, that channel. And then what had happened was a little segment called Toonami happened.
Dick, that's what it was.
Yeah, Dick. Little segment called Toonami happened. And then Toonami got more rights to more anime, so it wasn't just, Sailor Moon or Dragon Ball. They got the rights to do Dragon Ball Z. And a lot of people at the time, because, internet wasn't super available, manga or JP News and anime news specific magazines were not exactly readily available in America. You had to special order them, or, you had to know someone at conventions. And this is before conventions were, like Dragon Con taking up 5 fucking city blocks or something like that. Conventions was, you go with your friend Dave, and you go and buy some bootleg anime on the VHS, and you kind of walk around the hotel lobby, and like you kind of do some stuff. Anyway, so yeah, like you got to like much different age when this stuff was happening, when it got popular.
Yeah.
So the ease of access we have to anime now was absolutely not available back then. So that's why Dragon Ball Z was like, the popular one, and then Dragon Ball is not as well loved here in the States because like, who the fuck wants to go backwards? I guess is like the mentality of watching anime, but which is a real damn shame. I think Dragon Ball is so fun to watch. It is genuinely real fun.
So yeah, I think Dragon Ball would be number 1.
Dragon Ball number 1. Now the discussion: Attack on Titan or My Hero for number 2, and I think you would be right in Attack on Titan being number 2.
Yeah.
Like very solidly number 2.
Well, I think now I say it out loud. I think it depends. If we're talking right now,
yeah. So if we're talking literally now, like today,
yeah, okay,
yeah, I think Attack on Titan would be number 2, and I think My Hero 3. If we asked if we asked when both shows were airing, like starting to air, then I think the answers are completely different. But I think nowadays, Attack on Titan number 2, My Hero number 3.
I don't know, because it also depends on popularity. Also,
Yeah.
no, I know. I mean,
so I'm basing like the popularity of the anime, obviously, like
no,
super.
What I'm thinking is like right now popularity.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Right now.
All right, because I would have put Spy Family at least top 5. When I'm talking,
we're not talking about that. We're not talking about like the general top 10. We're talking about the strict top 3.
Okay.
100%. And I think My Hero, Attack on Titan, and Dragon Ball take those top 3 slots. Spy Family is absolutely on that list, 100%.
Yeah.
Without it, I think that's in the top 5. I think that's probably going to be number 4. So
yeah, because I find it hilarious that all like cosplayers do not cosplay until an anime.
The anime happens, and I'm like,
it boggles my mind.
Like I get it. From like a clout popularity, you gotta do the popular thing. So if you're like, I'm cosplaying like an adult Anya from Spy Family, the manga, and everyone's like, whatever, like who gives a shit? Hey, I'm cosplaying this character from this insanely popular right now in the know talked about anime, and everyone's like, oh cool, I'll give you a follow and blah blah blah, and I'd like to see more character. So I get that. I can't fully shit on them for anything like that, but
yeah. I mean, I find it annoying as shit.
In a way, I find it annoying. In a way, I just don't fucking care. Like, I get it. You're trying to make this like your brand or whatever the fuck, and promote your OnlyFans or your Fanslies or whatever the other weird bullshit that you got going on. But yeah, I wish more actual skilled cosplayers that are like in the mainstream would start doing more manga based cosplays, but
yeah,
whatever.
So yeah, so what do we say? Number 1, Dragon Ball. 2,
yeah, number 1, Dragon Ball. 2, Attack on Titan. 3, My Hero. I think an easy 4 is Spy Family at this current time.
Yeah, at this current time.
What would number 5 be? I want to say FMA Brotherhood.
No, I think at this point,
yeah,
I'm pretty sure everybody would have read.
I don't know, man. It's probably in the top 10. You're right. It might not be a 5. I'm just trying to think of what was really popular. Komi-san. That's number 5.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
I don't see it.
I see it. Being a very popular anime that everyone's like, it came from manga.
I think I would have put Demon Slayer in top 5.
I put that at top 10. Because, like, the US is super fucking weird when it comes to Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I just don't see Komi-san in top 5.
I can see the argument for Demon Slayer, though.
Because, I mean, I see as much as, I wouldn't say heat, but as Attack on Titan, because, what was recently? When they're starting out, all this was going to happen, and when they were previewing for the Sword Village, and they showed what's her face, the Love Pillar, and all the thing, and then there was like some backlash, like, oh man, you can't do this, or I'll see something like that, or I can't wait to see what's gonna happen. I'm like, you do realize this shit was over a year ago.
Yeah.
It's much like Attack on Titan. I'm like, you can read it.
You can read, yeah. If you want to be caught up, you can just pick up a fucking book and read it. It's not hard to read manga, people.
I mean, honestly, you can read it 3 times over before the next season comes out.
It's like, it's genuinely disgusting, like this difference between like me reading versus like the community. Some people are like, yeah, I have like so many manga on backlogs, it takes me forever to read, and I'm like, how? Yeah. I am caught up with minimum 25 series that I am reading, and I have to like let them accumulate like 3-4 chapters.
Yeah, I did the same thing
before and then I can nail that out in like half an hour per series, like if that. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're not reading it right. It's like I care about the dialogue. I don't want to like always just stare at a manga panel like some people do.
Wait, how does that work? Like, you're not reading it right? What the fuck does that mean?
That's what I'm saying. Like, simply, like, oh, I don't think you're like reading it to like where you fully enjoy it. I'm like, how am I supposed to read it? Do I stare at the fucking page? Do I look at the pretty pictures the entire time? Like, I guess the appeal of manga, but like I'm the same with comics. Like, oh, Superman's flying. Oh, he said something. Page turn. What do I need to sit there and go, wow, he drew an old lady in the windowsill in row 3, like window 2. It's like, what the fuck do I care? Like, I just want to read the fucking comic or the manga and go on about my fucking day.
Yeah. But, so, yeah, so that's our
list
list upon another list.
Yeah, list upon another list upon another list.
So
it's tied to list.
Right. Right. It's in the name.
It's in the name, guys. It's in the name.
Moving on. I know we haven't done this in a while.
Weird news.
Weird news. Not much. Just a couple.
Just a couple of.
So the first
one fucking kills me.
First one is Quentin Tarantino, famous director, all time.
Yep, one of the most famous. You guys know him for his lovely foot fetishes.
He watches Peppa Pig a lot.
A lot.
With diving into the article, he does watch it with his kid.
Yeah.
But even still...
Yeah, to clarify, it's not just him going, oh boy, new episode of Peppa Pig, or anything like that. It's like, he sits and watches with his kids, and he just pays a little more attention to it than what he thinks he should, is basically what the article says.
Yeah.
So
he
might make a Peppa Pig movie. Who knows? I'd be down.
I can see SNL doing some shit like that with the Bambi with the Rocky.
Oh my god. I'd be down. I'd pay money for that.
That sketch was hilarious.
It was so good. It was so good.
God,
they're turning everything into action movies. Bambi's Revenge.
Next one is penguins at a Japanese aquarium are turning a blind eye because they are being fed cheaper fish because of inflation.
This fucking killed me.
Penguins who are used to being fed aji, or Japanese horse mackerel, are being fed, what was it?
Saba, or just a lesser quality version of the same fish. So the penguins, they noticed real fucking quick. They're like, yo, we ain't dealing with this shit. We ain't performing for less than aji.
What the fuck is this?
Fuck
Get
is
this
this?
out of here.
Get this swill out.
So I mean, the aquarium thought they can raise the prices of admissions, but no, that's not fair. We'll just downgrade.
Yeah, they're like, all right, so we'll cut costs, like without terminating employees. We'll just like cut some food costs and blah blah blah, just to save a little bit. Literally the exact same fish, same nutritional benefits to the animal. It's just the penguins are picky little bastards.
Yeah,
this really got me. It was really funny. I'm like, I didn't even think penguins would be that fucking like picky about this shit, but apparently they are.
Yeah, that is funny. There was a couple of articles, a couple throwaways I'll throw in here. I'll just go off the title. There was a clinic that's giving out free milkshakes for vasectomies. I forgot the name of it's something Daddies.
Something Daddies, yeah. Which totally, I don't need one, but I could use a milkshake.
Yeah. Just to clarify,
two birds with one stone, guys.
These milkshakes aren't exactly bringing all the boys to the yard.
Nope, they're not, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, they can.
They can, but
hey, you don't want no kids, here's a milkshake.
And then when they, do bring them to the yard, they got to wait 2 to 3 weeks before any sexual activity. Actually, no, I think it's like a week nowadays because they're so efficient at doing them.
It depends on what kind you get. Some of them are just like lasered right through the balls.
Yeah.
Others,
Yeah, others are still the old-fashioned way. You numb the area, you do a little cutty cut.
And you're walking out with a bag on your face like David Duchovny.
Oh, God.
Have I know I own the first 2 seasons, but I can't remember if I've watched the second season. Californication, gotta watch it. It's pretty good.
Oh, highly recommend it.
Yeah.
It's really good. Silicon Valley, also for you guys that haven't watched it. If you know someone that's super into like computers and like weird shit, Guilfoyle is just every workplace I have ever worked had a Guilfoyle.
There was what else? Geico is ordered to pay a woman $5.2 million because she attracted an STD.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, that one didn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah.
And I read the article.
Yeah, I didn't get it either. I mean, they were ordered, but they are still going in the process of being in the, not jury, but in court.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not like finalized or anything like that, but it's a weird case. I would highly recommend looking it up because there's a lot of weird things that don't make sense from both sides of the argument.
No.
Like at one point they're like, we never did anything or interact with this person, and they're like, well, we have the records, and they're like, oh, well, it was a different model car, and then she's like, well, this happened, and everyone's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah. What else? There's Ohio's gonna have a bill where, Ohio's gonna have a bill that's for women can sue the guy for unintended pregnancy.
Yeah.
Oh, just the red pill in me just fucking. It's like, once again, you're holding women not accountable for opening their legs.
I'm not going to get into that with you.
All right. But that was one, like I said, that the red pill in me. Shit like that.
Yeah, there's like that 1% of me where I'm like, and then there's that 99% of me that has common sense and like knows women and like understands women and has empathy for people.
I get it.
Yeah.
But
it's not going to go through. It's just the...
I didn't read
I
the whole entire...
I always call it the middle finger bill. They're never going to pass. They're just there to make headlines and shit.
But anyway,
it's like God, what fucking state? They're like, we're going to pay $50,000 for like locations to remove their electrical vehicle charging stations, and they're like, why? They're like, they're eyesores and like some other bullshit. Like, people shouldn't have to pay for electricity for people to charge their cars, and I'm like, but it's not. What are you fucking talking about?
Oh, I don't.
So.
Maybe I could have swore I saw something like...
It's wild. It's weird as shit.
Anyway.
Arguments don't make any sense. It's like I said, it's just one of those middle finger bills to like get really uneducated people mad over nothing.
What else? There was a San Francisco married couple that was charged $1,500 by parking in their own driveway.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? San Francisco, you're wild.
And they've been doing it for 15 years,
yeah.
if I remember.
Yeah, they're like, we have literally never had a problem up to this point. I'm like, what changed? What happened? Because that article didn't fucking say anything, but...
So, that's...
Or my favorite is the HOA who wants to kick out the couple that, like, fed ducks. Yeah. They, like, were on a walk at, like, the public park, and they just, like, had stale bread and, like, peas that they brought to feed the ducks, and now the HOA's like, yeah, that's against the rules and we're gonna get you out. And they're like, we did it on a public park. Like, what are you fucking talking about?
What?
Yeah, it wild as shit. It is like the HOA being like, oh, if you start this, then all these really bad things are happening, and they're just like, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Huh. I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's weird. It is so fucking weird.
That's all I could think of.
Yeah, there's been some weird headlines. Nothing that's like stand out, like, you know, woman freezes her boyfriend's semen and makes cum smoothies.
Oh, how long ago did we do that?
Like a year, and I still haven't forgot it, and it makes me very sad. Whenever in the back of my head I'm like making a smoothie, I'm just like, like, nope, no, can't do that. It makes me sad.
I can just see Matt in the kitchen making a smoothie.
Like, just enjoying my day.
Semen
Yep.
smoothie.
Semen smoothie.
And then your roommates just...
Yeah, then my roommates are like, you okay? What's going on? It's like, don't worry about it.
Semen
smoothie.
What?
And they're like, what? I'm like, don't worry about it. Now I can explain. It has health benefits. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
So fucking funny.
Oh.
So funny.
Oh. Okay. Woo! Alright. Review time.
Oh god. Alright. First one up is Mama X Holic. This is a sequel / spin-off to Love X Holic.
It's just a sequel.
Just actually a sequel?
Yeah.
So, someone watched Love X Holic, which anyone who doesn't know. Boy goes to basically monster girl school where, you know, fantastical creatures such as vampires, dragon ladies, I forgot what the other
elf.
one is. Yeah, elf. Yeah, just a generic elf, I think. Ladies exist. He has the magical power through his cock and semen to awaken them to their true forms. Whatever that means, we're not really told. And we're introduced to some of their mothers in the series, because of course we are. And, you know, obviously he rails the classmates of his that are the magical ladies because they all claim ownership over him because they're all the most powerful of the whatever they are. And so someone watching that was like, the moms are kind of hot.
Of course they're hot.
Let's, like, have an excuse to bang the moms. And that's what this is. So he now has a six-lady harem with the mothers and their daughters because one husband is a vampire that's asleep for 300 years or something like that.
Yeah.
The dragon lady, I don't think we ever learned about her husband.
No, it's just for the dragon mom was... she didn't know what sex was because she gave birth through medical...
Yeah, yeah, okay.
And then...
the inn lady absolutely is just down to fuck everyone. I think that she's just a single mom. Doesn't matter. They're all hot.
Yeah. What set the story for Mama was there was some weird...
There's like
cloud
a mist or a cloud or a disease that goes through the high school, ravages everybody.
That just
and they're
puts
like,
them in a coma.
Yeah, in like an unbreakable coma. Like, this is like a coma of legends, like an event of legends that they have feared. And they're like, guys, we have a solution to this. Breast milk. And the guy's like, excuse me, what the fuck? And
So
they're like, our omnipotent sacred milk is the answer. But
thank you, Edge.
yeah, thanks. And so they're like, but in order to make them, we need the awakening. And he's like, oh, okay. So like, I'll just like jizz in a cup for you, and like, cause you're all married and shit. They're like, no, the most effective way to do it is through our bodies. And I'm like, of course it is. Because why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
So they're like, all right, we're all going to take turns, and you're going to bang all of us, and we're going to have breast milk stuff happen.
Yeah.
And that's it. And then a weird scene happens later where they have the sacred milk, but they don't give it to their daughters because they're like, wow, these three are really in a coma, even more so than the other super comas. We have to give it to them directly. And he's like, okay, so just pour it in their mouth. They're like, no, it has to be directly and fresh.
It's weird.
And it's like, okay, so he like bangs all of them either over or directly next to all of the other girls. And then the mothers are like, ah, yes, we will each breastfeed our own child directly the sacred milk. And then they all wake up and they're like, instead of being mad or very confused at the situation, they're just like, oh, you banged our moms. All right, let's try it in. And I'm like, that's not what you should be saying in this situation.
No.
But okay. I love it because the MILFs are great. And yeah, that's great. It's if you liked Love X Holic and you like the design of those girls, these have good designs too.
Yeah.
Also for some reason, I think it's the vampire lady is like a hardcore masochist.
Yeah.
And that's like the only way she can get off, apparently. She was very adamant about it. He's like, oh, I'm like here to give you like the awakening. And she's like, all right, now listen to me. You're going to tie me up and fuck me as hard as you can. And he's like, hold on, we haven't even cuddled yet. And she's like, you don't understand. This is the only way.
I don't know why every time when I hear that, The Mandalorian just pops in my head.
This is the way.
And I didn't even watch it.
Because it's everywhere. Everyone fucking quotes it because they think it's the most genius goddamn fucking line in science fiction. I'm salty about The Mandalorian being overdone in that one particular way. I'm sorry.
I can't wait till Miss Marvel's over so I can cancel my Disney Plus.
Are you watching it?
I'm waiting for I can just binge the whole fucking thing.
Oh, and then
just
being
do
done.
it.
Yeah. It comes with our Verizon program, so.
Because I watched the first episode. I had a mixed bag. Because when I was watching it, the only thing that's popping in my mind the whole entire thing is Scott Pilgrim.
I should watch Scott Pilgrim. I love that movie so fucking much.
It is.
So good if you're a nerd. Like, that is... Okay, we're going to pause the hentai reviews and talk about the lovely Scott Pilgrim for like 2 seconds. Scott Pilgrim is like a good nerd culture movie before everything else became nerd culture. It was...
What year was that? 08?
08. That was like right... So I think that was after Iron Man, but way before like Marvel and superhero shit like took over the entertainment industry. So, it was so fucking good. Some of the greatest comedic timing and jokes of all time. So good. My favorite is when Knives shows up and his roommate's like, "Oh, hey Knives, how you doing?" It's like, "Oh, is Scott here?" He's not here. He left. He's not here. He left. it's so good. Yeah, he's like trying to block it. It's so good.
And then he runs by.
Yeah, and then he runs back, and she's just like, "Okay, do you know when he'll be back?" No. Or Scott's like out trying to like make friends, and then his roommate sleeps with all of them because he's gay.
Double standard.
Double standard. God, I miss Scott Pilgrim so much. First you were a vegan, now you will be gone.
What?
Vegan. Or Chris Evans playing an asshole, which is
God.
Good. So fucking good. Which honestly, which is honestly just him playing Chris Evans on set, which is so funny. This body doubles, it's so good. He has 9 of them.
Ooh, looks like you're seeing double.
Seeing double.
He's good, right?
He's good, right?
Sometimes I let him do the wide shots when I get blazed in my wedding. Hey Scott, ask him if they had sloppy seconds. Hey, we have good.
It's so good.
Can you do a grindy thing over there? It's called a grind, bro.
Try to grind, bro.
Well, can you do that? What? There's like 1,000 steps and the rails are garbage. Well, if you're too hardcore for it.
If you're not hardcore for it.
There's girls watching. Somebody bring my board.
Somebody bring my board.
Hey, huge fan. Why wouldn't you be?
Why wouldn't you be?
Oh, I can go on and on and
so
on.
Good.
On and on and on.
I can quote Scott Pilgrim almost as well as I can quote Mel Brooks movies. And I could recite 90% of Spaceballs right now.
Yeah, I can pretty much do that with Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to watch it with my girlfriend's godfather because we were like quoting the movie like 5 minutes ahead of the movie. We ain't found shit. It's like we're not even there yet.
Have you guys done it? We've done many things, and, you know. Hey Scott, this is not. Hey Knives, this is Scott. Steven Stills. Shit. Hey, this is Steven Stills. Excuse us. Is she gonna geek out on us? She'll just sit in the corner. I mean, I want her to geek out. She geeks. She has capacity.
She has capacity geek.
All right, you're good. Anyway, before I start doing the whole movie.
It's so good. I love Scott Pilgrim. I wish it did better.
Oh, I know. I think it did after.
It has a massive cult following nowadays. But yeah, man, I remember watching that in theaters. It was...
I couldn't stop dying.
So fucking... I went with like a group of like my like actual good nerd friends. Fucking didn't stop laughing the entire time. It was awful. I mean, in a good way, it was awful. But.
Yeah. All right. Back on track.
Yeah, back on track. XX Holic or Mama Holic. Go watch it for the MILFs.
Yeah.
And the really funny scene of the Dragon Mom being like, "Well, I've never had sex," and our guide is getting like, "Did I skip a page?" Shout out to Scott the Waz for giving the internet some of the greatest memes.
All right. Next one is Ama Me di Ichiban Yokatta Sex.
Yeah, this one is weird.
It's part of a series. It's 3 parts, 2 episodes. The first one, love it.
Nothing related to the other parts at all. Just for clarification.
Well, yeah, for clarification, this is all based on same artist.
Yep.
Just different one-shots put together in 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
The first part is Hero storming the...
Yeah, what we were talking about earlier, Hero,
yeah.
And then the very sexy demon queen, and
he takes a wrong turn, goes into her special room,
her hero worship room, I believe, is basically what it is.
Yeah, and he goes in there, finds a drawer full of her toys. It's like, what the fuck is on?
Yeah, and then there's like posters of him everywhere. It's hilarious. There's like a plush. It's great. And she's like, this isn't what you think. And he's like, okay,
really?
What is it?
Like, really? There's my fan shit all over there. Apparently you were waiting for me to come through, and
instead of fighting, he's like, we can resolve this in a different way.
And that's what happens.
And that's what they do. They make sweet, sweet love in the demon queen's secret room.
And then part 2 is where, what's it called? I guess a group date. I don't know what.
Yeah, they're like
word for it is.
Yeah, it's dumb. So it's a group date. So it's a group date, and it's 2 bros being like, "Yo, bro, we're gonna get laid, bro. Yeah, we got some hot girls, bro." And his dweeby friend who's never had sex, of course, he's trying to be bro and hook him up. And then the really obsessed, the definition of the description of the episode is, unfortunately for him, like the most obsessed and like predatory of the women fixate on him, and I'm like, oh no,
oh no,
our boy's in danger. So the typical Chad friend is banging a lady the entire time, and then the 2 awkward virgins are left off to the side to experience adulthood and shit.
And then later in part 2 of that, it's like...
Yeah, and then part 2, like nothing really happens between, the virgins. They kind of like, fool around a little bit. They stumble through like, oh, blah, blah. Find out she's kind of nerdy and she's kind of cool and they kind of like each other. And it's interesting. And then, the Chad Thundercock is, in the Love Hotel already banging.
And then and then other girls come.
Yeah, and then hilariously, so like, episode 2 or like part 3, I guess technically, is, the virgins, have sex and they're super awkward and cute together. And he's like, hey, we should like date and shit. And she's like, but we don't know each other. And he's like, that's fine. Like, we can get to know each other. And, that's how that ends. And then Chad Thundercock, has one lady. And then a friend shows up of her girls. And she's like, yeah, this is my friend. He's like, okay. So, bangs both of them again.
And then another.
And then he's like, then they're all like exhausted in bed. He's like, oh, fuck. Thank God that's over. Then a blonde lady shows up and they're like, yeah, she's like an amateur idol. So like, don't say anything about this. But, she's like heard what we were doing. She's like, wants to do it too. And he's like, okay. So, then he continues to be Chad Thundercock. And then we're not really given a resolution on that. I think more and more women just keep showing up to this man's room. I think he's trapped there forever.
that reminds me of that Del Cox. Yeah. Detox.
Yeah.
That you've seen that latest one where that one demon keeps changing forms and it's like, do I have a choice about fucking. Have you seen that one?
It's not ringing a bell for me.
Oh man, he's like probably one of the greatest hentai American animator ever.
Oh, is he?
Have you seen the one he did the meme? Not mime. The
Oh, Delphox, the Mime and Dash. Yeah. Okay, now that you're talking about this is making so much more sense.
Okay. Yeah, that's his next one where like a prince and he starts doing this
with the shape-shifting demon. Yeah. Okay, I've seen that one.
Yeah,
my brain was just not connecting the dots. I was like, these words make sense, but my brain isn't putting them together in a way that I can recognize it. So, he's so good. And then there's another guy that has a MILF that dates like a younger guy, and he's like putting together like this like magnum opus animation about a threesome between the three of them and like one of their friends, and I'm so excited for it. So yeah, Delphox, if you haven't watched any of his stuff, start with the Chubby Bunny because that one's hilarious. Honestly, so funny. The girl's like, I guess I lose. It's like, what? Like, you wanted this. What do you?
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, I prefer his written work for the Ichiban.
Yeah, it didn't translate super well to animation. I mean, the Demon Queen one, because that's like as pretty simple. It's just boy meets Demon Queen. She has crush on hero. They bang.
That was the only reason why I watched it for that.
Yeah, I love that plot point. It's so fun. It's really cute when they do it well.
Yeah, but the other ones, I mean, he has a lot more work.
Yeah, he's got more stuff than this, I believe. They just chose like 3. Honestly, kind of at random. I think they just did. So like, no. But anyway, point is, he has more written work. Highly recommend seeking him out.
Yeah, so good.
Definitely not a waste of time. He's very good at what he does. So,
so only 2 reviews.
Yep. Recommend both of them. Mama Holic for sure. The other one, watch, but you could also find the original work.
Yeah,
than the artist.
Speaking of the Ichiban, it's like weird when I first watching. It's like, and I'm looking at it. I'm like, did Queen Bee do this? No, it's not, because that's at first when I'm looking at it.
Yeah,
I thought this was Queen Bee, but it wasn't. But that was just the first opening.
Yeah.
Acts. Like, I'm not sure. I guess you want to save animation that way. But so far, it was pretty good, scene by scene. They done it scene by scene.
Yep.
Which is not bad. Wish they kind of threw in a little extra, but time constraint.
Yeah, I mean, they're not exactly given the highest of budgets, so.
No. Oh, whew. That felt good.
Oh. Sometimes you just need a good stretch.
Yeah. So, that being said, there was something else on my mind, but now it just went away.
Now it's nothing but a fleeting memory.
It's fairy dust.
Dust in the wind, dude.
I still can't believe he won an Academy Award for just that. He won 2 that fucking night. That's bullshit.
He did.
That was fucking bullshit. I mean, he's a good actor, but still.
Yeah.
It just boggled my mind that year. Just boggled my mind. For those who didn't know, Matthew McConaughey won 2 Academy Awards that year. Best Supporting and Best Actor. Best Supporting for Wolf of Wall Street.
Yep.
And Best Actor for The Lincoln Lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that once again DiCaprio got robbed.
Yeah, 100%.
That year,
100%.
I mean, if you've seen Wolf of Wall Street, you see some of the.
Yeah, he was easily should have won for that.
Yeah, and I can't believe he didn't. He won next year or 2 years later.
I think it was the year after, because that's when I think that's when he did The Revenant. Right. So,
did he have one year after Wolf, or was that just The Revenant was that next?
I think The Revenant was the next one. I'd have to relook, but yeah.
I could have swore there was.
Yeah, he absolutely got gypped with Wolf of Wall Street for sure. He was so good in it.
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, it didn't come back to mind again. But anyway, I was hoping it would jog in memory, me talking, but it didn't.
No such luck. Sorry, boys.
Yeah, so that is that. Thanks again for listening. Check out, once again, look out for the watch party.
Yeah, watch party, boys. Those are so fun.
Yeah.
Talk so much shit during them.
Yeah. I wish I want to find a way to stream my PS3 for like a live thing, so we can play Toe Jam and Earl.
Why Toe Jam and Earl?
Because it's the only 2-player game I can actually play that you can like have
weird shit happen like constantly. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also, I can't wait for next year. Lollipop Chainsaw remake.
Yeah, I was so surprised. They're just like, hey guys, by the way, we're back. And I'm like, okay, awesome, I'm down.
Yeah, I wonder what... Hopefully it's not just up 4K graphics.
I hope they like change some stuff in the game and like actually remaster and redo it. But
I mean, it's weird that they're just calling it like Lollipop Chainsaw remake.
Yeah, remake, but...
Like, sure.
I mean, sure. If we get like the game as is, I guess I wouldn't be mad, but I feel like they could make a lot of quality of life and other adjustments to it. So
all I know, they better leave the trophy. Don't peek.
Yeah, they better.
They better leave
those
that
bastards. They better do it.
So, like I said,
it's a Suda 51 game, isn't it?
What?
Suda 51, the guy that he does weird shit. You would know him probably from like Killer 7. What else has he made?
Are you talking about the director? Or
yeah, the guy, the director.
Oh,
the Nier games, Nier Automata.
No, that's not him.
Not him. Okay.
No.
He does some weird shit.
No.
It seems like his style of humor, though, all the way.
No, that's two completely different companies.
Yeah. Okay. I couldn't remember.
Yeah. So once again, thanks for listening. Look out for the live shit.
The live shit.
So, I'm Jarrett.
I'm Matt.
Bye.